spell yeah wrong, but the girls still say like, yeah. I started posting short yap videos every day and I'm on like day 64 or something like that. This talk, I could make skits, I could do music videos, I could do all that, but talking straight to the camera was the scariest thing in the world to me. And no matter how hard I tried, I would do a couple and then panic. I'm being seen. This is too vulnerable. It's too much. On and off, on and off. I bought a guy named Justin Schumann's Show Up 90. So he kind of holds your hand through each day, which I needed. I've taken YouTube courses. I've taken other courses and stuff like that. But no matter how much you learn and how much you study, if you're trying to do it on a wrecked nervous system, you just psych yourself out. Like you get somewhere and then you psych yourself out. Get somewhere, psych yourself out. And then the short yaps kind of test your nervous system a little bit every day. And you just grow a little bit and a little bit every day. So when I first started, I was going to do the yaps, but then also journal my progress on Substack. And I just remember like each post I was journaling and each post just felt like so heavy, like, oh, this is so tough. There's just so much baggage. It's like an emotional roller coaster and you're thinking of all these people that are going to see it and all these people that are going to judge you and what's going to happen. And I don't know how to totally explain the feeling, but it just feels like you're going to step out into the world and somebody's just going to uppercut you emotionally, and then you're just going to feel sick and then crumple up back into your shell and never be able to come out again. I have made a lot of progress. I still cut myself short in a lot of ways in self-expression. I still have a lot of fears, but this is an amazing tool to slowly challenge your nervous system, grow, challenge your nervous system, grow, challenge your nervous system, grow. Because like you could do all the meditation in the world. You really can. You could do all the meditation, all the journaling, all everything. But if you just do it all in the confines of your little basement, which I'm in, and then you never go out into the world and get triggered in different ways, you're missing out on a lot. So this has helped me a lot in that regards, but it's also shown me a lot of where I'm still lacking. But when you start like I said, I started journaling on Substack about every post pretty much, and like how much it took to like step up and actually expose myself in this way. Granted, I've been doing skits for a minute, and I'm not bothered by that, but it's the vulnerability of talking, being honest to the world. So I'm writing, and then like 20-something days, 30 days in, you're like, oh, this is not that heavy anymore. For some reason, it doesn't feel like that big of a deal to me anymore. And I can start pressing record a little easier and just flowing a little easier. There's still a lot of times where I'll be like, I gotta record a video today, and I just stare at the camera for an hour and I'm like, I have no idea what to say. And then I just say like the dumbest thing that comes to mind and post it. Even those little moments of this seems worthless or terrible, but still being able to post yourself unfinished and like in that imperfect state, the energetic weight of that like carries a certain momentum. And that's why it was so nice to have the program to kind of hold my hand so someone can remind you that that's happening. Because if I had to do it on my own, I probably wouldn't be able to do it. Then when you start getting on the other end of it, you start seeing all the potentials of like what you can do now. You're like, oh, I could do this, then I could do that. And if I could do this, then I could do that. And then like your imagination just starts to expand. Because now you're seeing yourself in like a different mode. Like, I can do this, and I can hang with that person. And that guy is not that much smarter or better at talking than me. I can hang. And you reaffirm yourself like day after day, reaffirm yourself. And then you start to realize a lot of this is childhood traumas that you've carried into adulthood. Like when you try to speak up as a child and the parent was like, don't talk like that, don't ask questions like that, blah, blah, blah. Or you're in junior high and the one time you try to speak up, everybody turns like, who's this kid? Get him out of here. Or maybe your speech patterns are a little bit different than the kids you're around. And so they're like, you talk funny, you're weird, get out of here, bro. And then you just, so then you just shut off. And then every time you get around a crowd or something, you're just like, let me mold myself just so I can get by and be pleasing to everybody else. So you just have to face those things. And the perfectionism kind of does go out the window because you have to post every day. You don't really have enough time to be like, is this good enough? Now I imagine too, if you are an artist, any type of artist, this expression will bleed into your art. Because as you get more comfortable with your voice, if you're a singer or a rapper, when you get on the mic, you're now affirmed yourself enough and it'll show up in your vocal tone in your recordings. If you're an actor or something, you've affirmed yourself enough that it shows up in your acting. I feel like even if you write or paint, the knowing that you have to record a video that day, it kind of brings a detached awareness to what you're going through that day. So now you're more observant. So now you could pick up more moments that will be used, that could be used for art. So you're consciously more aware of moments that could be used for art. And still points that I got to work on is I haven't looked at any of the comments yet. At first, I was totally afraid of the comments, that if I got too many negative ones, it would shut me down and then ruin my streak, because I'll get in my head and start thinking. I think I'm to the point now where I can start looking at the comments, but now there's so many videos and so many, I don't know how many comments. There's so many videos that you'd have to go back through to comment back, so I don't know if I'm going to do that exactly. But yeah, it's my final point. My final point. You start talking and feeling like you get this momentum. Now it feels like all your other endeavors have a better chance of working. So then it's easier to go back and be disciplined. Cause like I used to write a lot, but then like after so many years when it felt like none of my writing was working and it was getting nowhere, it just felt like procrastination came easier. But now once I start talking, and also probably the release of getting your emotions out, then you're like, oh, people are listening to me do this. They might start to like my writing. So now you're motivated to write more. And you find your tone or your angle or the way you want to come into the world through the reps. And the reps each day help you find your direction so much. Like, I feel like before every YouTube channel that I started and tried, it was just so scattered, and then the posts were scattered, which this is also probably going to be a little scattered, but the posts were scattered in regards of timing, also as content. I had no idea who I wanted to be or what I'd do. I'm still in that stage, but the momentum and the clarity is coming much faster. Try it if you can. It's helped a lot. And I'm gonna be out. It's Mr. Sanders, yeah. And I spell yeah wrong, but the girls still say it like yeah.